Hi class, this is your instructor Megan, and in this video I just want to show you really quickly how to put type on a picture in Photoshop, because this is something you're going to do this week. You're going to put the name of your photo essay onto a cover image that you're then going to put in Creativist. So we want to open the image in Photoshop and set it to the correct size. It's really important that you choose the correct size first before you put type on the image. If you put type on the image and then change the size, your type is going to come out looking awkward. It's going to get pixelated or stretched. It's going to be weird. So we're going to check the size first. I happen to have the size I want here. And then we're going to put the text on. So over here in the palette on the left, we're going to choose the T for type. I'm going to click and hold my mouse and drag out a box for my type, and I'm going to call this Animals in Motion. But I'm just going to do one piece of type at a time because I want each word to be a little bit different. So Animals came out blue because I have blue selected up here in the type box. So I want it to be a little bit darker so you can see it. Perfect. Now up here as well, I can change the size. So it's 181. I can make it 200 if I want it to be bigger. I probably want it to be like 300. There we go. And I can change the type that I'm using. I want to use Avenir Next. And I want it to be, I don't know. Just go with regular for right now. So there I have Animals. And if I change to my selection tool, I can move it. Now, if I want to change this type, I have to click on the T, and I have to make sure I click right back on the type. If you don't click exactly on the type, if you, for example, move your type, and then you click the T and you don't quite click on it, you'll end up making another text box, and that's not what I want. So I'm now going to get rid of that. You have to click right in with the text. So Animals, I'm going to make this all caps. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I think I can do a better job on the color. Animals, okay, and now I'm going to make in, so I'm actually going to make it up here because it's easier for me to see. So there's in, and let's make this a little bit different. Let's maybe make it darker, and I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to make my next text box, and I'm going to put motion. Now I want this to be fancy, so we're going to do Gaudy Old Style. Italic. I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to have to pick something else. Let me find a script typeface. Or, you know, more of a, either a script. Not thrilled with this script. Just making this bigger, so I'm just going up here. I can sort of type it in. 700. Animals in Motion. I think I could do better, but I don't want to waste your time, so we're going to go with this for now. Animals in Motion. And now I have some type on my image. Now, I think it's a little hard to read the type, so I'm going to create a box. You don't have to do this. I mean, for your first try in InDesign, this is a pretty good, ooh, actually it looks a lot better down here in the white. This is pretty good. You got the text on here. There's something interesting about it. We have all caps, and then we have all lowercase in a different font. It's pretty interesting. I think it's probably pretty interesting enough. In fact, I could probably make it bigger, and there we go. That's actually a lot better. So I'm actually not going to make a box. I changed my mind. I think this makes a lot more sense. If I wanted to, I could come in here and I could do some effects. So I have type over here. See where my layer says T? If I right-click on that, I can choose rasterize type, and that turned animals from a word into an image. And now I can do a little effect like deleting part of that word where the claw is so that you can see the claw. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I just want you to experiment with text this week. My best suggestions are just make sure the text is big enough that it's not lost in the picture. Don't be afraid to go with really, really big type. But just try your best, experiment with the type, try to get the type to look like it belongs. I'm using blue because I have this green blue in the background. I'm using Animals in all caps because it's a really sans serif sharp. You know, it's got sharp edges just like the claws are sharp, and then motion is very fluid just like motion. So experiment with that a little bit this week in your cover image.